Hey everyone, my name is Luke Fisher. I'm with my team Sam and AT, and we have created a music taste criticizer, if you would. Essentially, the idea is that you have a Spotify playlist inputted by a user, so that would be a link to their Spotify playlist, and it would parse out the ID of that playlist, and then run it through a machine learning program that we've developed, or I guess a model that we've developed and programmed using Amazon Web Services, machine learning platform, SageMaker, and then we have that hooked up to what's it called? The Lambda.
Yeah.
We have it hooked up to a Lambda that's also hooked up to an API gateway. So we want to show you a little bit how it works. We don't have exactly a front end working at this point. We spent a lot of time and our resources focusing on how to get the machine learning up and running. But essentially, when you input the list or the playlist, it's going to tell you if it's retro or if it's not. So if there are retro songs on it or if there aren't. And that will be according to a machine learning algorithm that we've developed through SageMaker. So let me show you some test values here. We developed a front end, but we're having some trouble linking it up. So I'm just going to show you straight from the back end. We have two playlists. So this is all out 70s. We're going to grab the ID off of the link here, and we're going to bring it straight into this post method test. We're going to copy paste that ID in there. Normally we have a Python script that parses that ID out of the link, but for sake of this demo, we're just going to do it straight through the back end. And this is a playlist that's all out 70, so most everything should return true. I think the accuracy should be around 89.5%. So if we go ahead and run our tests, it'll output everything on the right, and we can also see it through our log here. So if you start, you can see our Lambda has been activated through get signature, or at least our post command has activated it. Let's see how it's doing. It's still running through. So there's about 150 songs on this playlist, so it's crunching it through the algorithm right now. All right, so let's go take a look at what it did over here. Lambda get signature, and you can see it is 1103, 1104 up there. So we just submitted this, and as you can see, almost every single entry in this playlist returned true. There are a couple that returned false. That's because the machine learning algorithm wasn't tuned perfectly in the time that we had, but it has a super high accuracy. But now let's test something that's maybe not so retro. So we'll grab the new ID over here. And then we're going to go to our API gateway, paste it into the back end right here. That was the right code, correct? Yeah, 114. There we go. I'm going to run this test again. And so the end goal of this was supposed to be create a full-fledged web app that would kind of maybe have a little bit of a sassy attitude and tell you why your music taste should be more retro than it is, by showing you what percentage of retroness your playlist is. But in the end, we just have our back-end functionality, and maybe one day we'll create an amazing front end. But while we wait for this to update, you'll see that our second post is about to pop up. So if we go into log groups again, then refresh, it's going to pop up with another log stream here in a second. All right, did this go through? Yep, that went through. All right, so we're going to go back to our log groups here, Lambda signature. Going to refresh, go back into here. And as you can see, now almost everything is false. And so this entire playlist pretty much returned false because all of these hits are not considered retro. They're pretty recent, actually. The way the algorithm works is not through its date. It's through a set of parameters that we've taken off of the Spotify API. So in total, we're using the Spotify API and then a lot of Amazon Web Services stuff. So we hope you enjoyed our project, and we can't wait to see what else you guys have made. See ya.